tomorrow.
Have you packed the 70 different types of antitoxin that you need?
No, but I'm just probably going to be in the city the most of the time, so I'm not going to have to like, no, I'm not going to see any crazy ass,
That don't
venomous
mean
monster.
shit.
Yeah, just remember to pack diamonds with you so you can use greater restoration on yourself in case the spider does bite you.
I will do. I will do. I haven't seen anything crazy yet, so I hope I can see something wild.
You hope. What the?
Yeah, like seeing a koala. I don't like koalas, but I love a wombat. So seeing a wombat, they're great. Kangaroos are great. I want to see some.
What about a wallaby?
I haven't seen a wallaby. I'm sure I have. I don't know. I
Or
saw a saltwater crocodile. That thing was like nightmare inducing, like just monstrous. That was awesome.
Gotta watch out for those wandering opera houses. Just gonna sneak up on you. Bam! Over the head.
that's true.
More like apparel houses.
I will have to do some shopping.
All right. Let's see here. Do a quick roll call. Sounds like all of you here, but just to make sure and make it official. Pig,
Yes.
average. I'll give average in a minute. See, this is why we do a quick one to make it official.
Yes.
Damn, there he is. Yes, sir.
Ghostbusters. Am I allowed to say that? I won't take down the stream, right?
I don't know. They coming for everybody. Don't matter how small you are. 5,000, 4 or 4. In any case, thank you all for joining me for another episode of the miniseries Crimes Against Magic, episode 3. I probably should have asked this earlier, but does anyone mind doing a recap for some Sweden Sprawl that I'm positive you're going to need?
Ooh.
Take it away, Kate.
Oh, come on, average. Um. Yes, but it's not going to be in character because
It's
I'm
fine.
the worst. All right. Last time, Crimes Against Magic. The 3 heroes in our story, Al-Sahir, Boris, and Domingo, set sail in the open ocean that's full of wild magic and sorcery and fucks with spells in wild ways. Along their way, they came across a small kraken that was being possessed by our main enemy here. What's her name?
Elspeth.
Elspeth.
Elsbeth. I was like, not Elizabeth. Elsbeth. That was being possessed by Elsbeth, due to some, and there was a big ass dark tentacle monster or something that was beneath us trying to take us under. But with some quick thinking, I think it was by Alsa here, they spotted a symbol on the kraken that we were able to dispel and set free. We ended up finding a section of the sea that had all these icebergs and this storm that seemed completely out of place, and with a whole bunch of polar bears that we thought were gonna attack us. Turns out they were just chilling, lost in the ocean, and we dove down and found a temple of some sort that had this beautiful reflecting pool along with storage crates that had a bunch of papers and things like that in it. We end up chatting for a while and maybe too long, and then a star spawn, some crazy magic wielder came out and attacked us and sent these massive bug creatures towards us as well. The fight went on for a bit, drained a lot of our resources, but we made it out alive, thanks to the help of the baby kraken coming back and bringing their friend with them, which is a badass. I have it written down. A badass shark folk shark fauna.
Mano'Kai.
There it is, Mano'Kai. Mano'Kai. Mano'Kai is a rune warrior from that has connections with Atlantis, I believe, and he believes that we are just regular adventurers. He does not know that we are badass super spies, magic super spies, doing what we're doing. We've kept our cover so far, and now the four of us have jumped into the reflecting pool because we listened to an undead individual, and then once we landed, we were surrounded by an undead army, and I believe they are going to challenge us to a fight. And we are not in the best of shape, so we'll see how this goes.
Excellent, excellent. D3, let's see what you earned. Maybe 1, maybe 3. Nice.
Ooh.
Maximum power.
Very cool.
We don't need that.
As you all are in the realm before the spirit lamps, he tells you that to progress down to the depths of the floor here, past the arcane seal, it will require you to overcome the spirits present in the room. They grow restless and aggressive. You think they're going to attack you, but they haven't yet. But you do see what happens for those who linger long about properly calming them, or escaping from them, or defeating them. So I ask you now, since Mano'Kai will be almost no help in anything that isn't physical, what are all of you doing? How are you engaging each other?
You two have experience with the undead.
Only in making them, and sometimes putting them down. Can't say withstanding them for a prolonged time is really appealing.
What do you suggest?
This is supposed to be a test, right?
Yes, I see this whirling circle in the center, the spirit lamp, but I don't see anything else. Are we simply to avoid their approach?
What is this spirit lamp? Is that a person?
Yes, the one that you spoke to when you the water was touched, he appeared before you.
And we popped out of this cool looking portal thing right here, right?
Yeah, you landed on top of it, but your destination lay below it.
Maybe we just confer at the spirit lamp. Help holder.
Definitely would be a start.
I'll kind of give a look to outside here.
Spirit that has guided our way here. You tell us this is a trial, but what is the path forward? What metal are we supposed to overcome or test ours against? I see fallen souls around here. Surely those that did not pass your tribulation.
Proof that false. Both of them have come together. They have not passed my trial. No.
What is the trial? Exactly.
It's a part of the mystery. You have many options before you. Hopefully you can see them. The obvious is violence. That can get you only so far, and yet it is the most used, the most abused. But there are other avenues forward, if you can find them.
Are these... There's like green lines on here. Is that just a map thing, or is that...
No, there are different wards, I'll say. Right now, the ghosts appear to be trying to penetrate around this purple one that you can see also vaguely on the map.
Oh,
Once they get through that, it'll probably be soon where you guys are gonna get attacked. But you think that you'll be safe in here as well. So there's a few things you would consider if you, since almost all of you are really smart. Domingo being the smartest. If you were to decide to choose the most chosen path of violence, you have an advantage. They cannot physically get to you yet. But the longer you wait, the more you'll even the playing fields if they attack you.
There may be clues strewn amongst this body. Clearly they were aware of some part of the trial. Maybe they were trying to do the other means other than violence. The spirits themselves might hold a clue as well. They seemed quite eager to tear us limb from limb. I hardly ever done anything to them, though. Am I really that offensive?
Check the bodies. I will commune with these spirits.
All right.
I'll examine these wards a bit then.
Okay, if you go into the wards, you can give me an arcana. If you're checking the bodies, you can give me an investigation.
As we're going, I'm like, maybe we should switch.
Ah, very well. I was just about to say. I forgot to bring my glasses. Yeah, that's it.
All right, it's a ward. Abjurations is my thing. I'll do the. I'll think on that.
All right, so you're checking that out, and the other two are you investigating the bodies, right?
I believe Boros is trying to suss out the spirits, and Elsahar is examining the bodies. Yes.
Okay. So then for Boris, you can give me religion.
Haha.
Inspector Gadget. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh,
Anyways.
Subject appears to be dead.
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't find anything useful on their bodies, and you do check most of them in the moments that pass. Perhaps you check them too fast. Boris, these spirits are filled with such anger and grief that they don't seem to communicate anything to you. But finally, there is a breakthrough for one of you. Domingo, you realize that the wards can hold, and each of them will hold about a minute. But the more aggressive the spirits get, the faster it'll break, such as if they're assaulted, it may be around 6 seconds that'll hold for each barrier. As for the barrier itself, outside of it just being a magical barrier, it doesn't have any other unique powers for it. You think also you could step out easily. It just seems to be barring the dead.
So is there a barrier where the purple line is, and then there's one where this green one is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, 1, 2, 3. There's even one out here that they've already broken through. And this wind in here, heavy amount of wind.
Does it feel like it's like just an enhanced version of like globe of invulnerability kind of thing?
Yeah, very similar. Not exact. It's not exact spell, but you think it's dispellable nonetheless.
I don't want to dispel it.
Oh, I imagine you don't.
We have oh shit. We have about another minute or so before they burst into this second ward.
So we're supposed to do something prior to them reaching us in the center. But what? Presumably not die.
Presumably.
I want to look at these ghosts and see, like, I know they're not zombies per se, but do they have like clothing? Do they have like wounds? Do they look like they were like brutally murdered before they became ghosts? Or
Perception or investigation, your choice.
Okay.
If you spotting any fine details.
Perception or investigation? One's -1. We'll go with 0. Let's see. 19. 12.
You could see that they have some affections, but they're just as transparent as their bodies. I'll blow up the art again. So without having a really sharp eye, you can't make out any details. But if something's around their neck, it could just be a jewel or it could just be a chain. We don't know. Wounds and stuff that look like pockets on the shirt. You can't discern anything at all, really.
If it has been less than hours since we went into the well, I would still have tongues running, so I use it to speak with the baby kraken. Are these swarm of ghosts speaking language from beyond, or any language at all?
You think you would need to speak with the dead?
I'm gonna cast detect magic, not as a ritual.
Okay.
Just so I have that. Just so I have that up. And besides the wards, because I assume those abjuration, but I'm curious about this center thing.
The center is equally abjuration. But there's no details about it. But you do know it's far greater than the seals that are currently protecting you.
What if I grab a piece? Oh, sorry. Go.
Oh, go ahead.
So what if I grab go over and grab like a piece of a body that's kind of, like an arm or something that's been ripped apart.
Sure.
And I'll toss it onto the large abjuration circle.
The once you grab a piece of the body, it goes right through the ward. And stumbles down the stairs that you can just barely see that are beneath it.
Probably just gonna assume that it's because it's an object that I threw down, not a person.
Probably. You know that when you guys came in here, you landed on this, so it's doubtful that you could traverse it at this moment.
These pillars here seem to be separately warded. Is there something special about them?
This tongues they let you read languages or just understand what's spoken?
I believe it's just understand what's spoken. Let me just paste it.
Okay. Can you drop your languages? And since you would suggest that to the others, can everyone just drop it so I can see if anyone knows the actual language on this?
Common and Gnomish.
Yeah, I have those.
Draconic and common. Unless I'm being I don't think, does the writer give me a language? The writer background? I think I only have 2 on here.
I'm not sure. I mean, most people start with usually at least 3 languages. Some people have 2 though, like our gnomish friend here.
I just speak probably Ignan, probably. So just Ignan, Draconic, and Common.
Okay. So as you guys are trying to discern it, you do know that there is a text wall here, and I do mean that on every single column and every level all the way to the top, but unfortunately not in a language any of you speak.
Sharkman, can you read what's on the pillars?
Let me look. I've seen the text before. It's deep speech. I don't understand deep speech. You don't think we should use the wards to our advantage and spring our attack on these unfortunate souls?
Wait, the column is separately warded then?
Yeah. The aura around it, you can see like the little box specifically covering each of the columns.
Oh.
Yeah, they are also separately warded for whatever reason. And based on your vision, that you can tell that the purple lines are the strongest. The green lines are weaker, and then the middle is impenetrable.
Sure, if there's a way to take down the ward. Besides the obvious.
Besides the obvious, they broke through the purple strip. They get through the green, it's game on time. Unless we retreat back here.
Okay. I will look to the others and say, I can try to take down one of these wards. And I'll go with the top one here. I'll look at it. It's abjuration. I'll reach my hand out. The fingertips start to glow, and a little piece of paper glows in my hand. It starts to rotate and then bursts into and starts to rip apart. And I'm gonna cast the spell.
Well, hold
magic.
on. Don't do that.
Okay. Oh shit.
You reach out to it like you would normally do to cast the spell magic.
Uh-huh.
And when you reach out to it, kind of collecting your energy and magical prowess to affect the structure, you link up to it. Which one did you try to go for?
The top one.
Right here? Okay.
Yeah.
You are now tethered to this. You can feel yourself connected. You think through a string of skillful Arcana checks, you could probably deactivate, activate, or do something else in between. Right now, you can feel with your magical powers, at the very least, you could rotate the entire structure.
Oh. I'm just kind of. I have my hand out and it's glowing. Am I affected at all? Like other than
Absolutely,
that, or just...
you are no longer able to move while you're holding this. Like you can like have your hand out, but everyone that looks upon you, you're kind of shaking, like you're trying to, like you're using the force, and the object's too big and hard to lift for long.
Got it. That's why I can't speak it. I can't speak to them, right?
Yeah, you can, but it would be like, guys, I got this.
Got it. I'll say, come closer. And what do I feel I can do with this? I can top one. I can move, rotate the whole structure, or I can
Left, right, or lift it out of the hole, but that's the hardest ones do. It'll all be based on Arcana checks.
Let's go left first.
All right, give me an Arcana check and try to spin it left. So the structure begins to spin. Rock slowly rotating like it hasn't been moved in ages. And as it starts to turn and churn, you see that these souls on the dead bodies in the room, they begin to glow. And their spiritual energy attaches, one for each of the spirits in here. And it looks like they're being drained into the corpses.
Oh, they're being like weakened.
Yeah, they're either being weakened or restored to maybe a more physical undead, like a zombie state versus a spiritual state. Because they look like they're manifesting in the undead here.
Got it. Okay.
You also feel your connection to that tower immediately end. You do not think you can reconnect to it either, but you know that you have a few other things that you can now safely say in your mind with the amount of chances you have to figure out this puzzle.
Okay. I'll say, all right. I can connect to these, but left, from what it seems, I moved the first one, the whole thing went left, and then I think these figures are coming back to life. Right? I don't know what it does, or I can pull it up. And that's not a guarantee, but who knows what might happen. What do you guys think? We don't have that much time.
Well, tethers are better than nothing at the very least. I'd much rather face zombies, I suppose, than swarms of ghosts. Maybe try next one over to the left then.
All right, I will reach out to this one.
You get kind of lightheaded. You think that right now you're not like making con saves and stuff, but it's going to get ever more taxing the further you do these columns.
Okay. I will go for the top left, and I'm going to try to pull it up.
Arcana. This is going to be really difficult check.
All right, definitely going to use one of the 3 inspos for the Arcana.
Nice. I needed a 27 from you, and that's even with a 13, I wasn't sure if you were going to get it. You lift up this column. It takes, the rest of you could see them. Why don't you describe the struggle? This would be insanely difficult, but you managed to do it.
Domingo would have the glowing hand out, and as he would start to focus and pull it up, his whole body is just a bunch of these branches and twisted limbs, and they would all start to like vibrate and shake, and then there would be this like in my chest is like this glowing yellow golden like orb kind of a thing, and it starts to glow a lot, and it just like becomes like this like shaking, glowing as I'm trying to focus on it.
As you lift the pillar out of this dark abyss, once it reaches the sky, screams can be heard inside, and you see the 3 immediate ghosts next to it disappear as they get literally vacuumed into the hole, and then the column goes back into the ground.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
You are entitled to a new piece of information. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, please.
You have freed 3 souls, returning them to the feed. Each of these spirits are the defeated Mouther, calamity of souls. I suppose without riddle I shall express one truth. These are the victims, Mouthers around the world. They do not pass to the other side, though many may not know this. Instead, they linger forever somewhere in between, somewhere like here. You ask me one question, I will answer truthfully. But my answer may also include that I do not wish to answer, should it be something too direct.
What does this test prove to you?
It is a bout of wit and intelligence, how to solve a matter through anything other than physical strength. You see, these spirits may seem like fickle creatures, but every single one of them is a powerful, powerful nightmare. I would dare say as strong as any of you, and yet there are far more of them than there are of you.
I will look over to the top right, and I'm gonna try.
Oh, shit. Don't worry, there's still one more left.
Okay, top right. Lift.
Lift. Oh, okay.
Wait, now allow me
Oh.
to assist you. It's good that we have someone smart like you along. If it was just me, I'd probably just want to run up to it and try to lift it myself. One moment, and he's just going to convert some sorcery points. He's going to convert a 4th level spell into sorcery points, and then he will use his telekinesis to see if he can make lifting it any more easy with his magic as well.
The DC will now be 23.
All right, together.
Okay. With Sahar's link, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to do it without the inspiration.
Okay. Nice. Lift it up, and you think that it was time to pay the tax man. But, however, you did so well that you're able to hold on to your sanity a little longer. Your body still feels like it's breaking down, but you're managing it well enough. As you lift it up, you manage to suck in 4 more souls. Victims of the Mouthers, apparently. But more importantly, you're freeing them, not just a shrine.
Domingo like falls to his knee, and the wood around his knee like splinters off and scares across the ground. Oh.
Sahar tries to steady you as you do this.
Yeah, I hold you up as well.
With the 2, I'm gonna say friends. I'll claim it. With the 2 friends and companions, I'm going to look to the bottom left and try to lift that one as well.
Try to lift it. After having such success, but it's difficult, Sharkman looks at you and goes, "We all have to compete. All right. This is my time to shine.
What are you doing?
What I was born to do." He uses his mastered rune, magnetize the entire area, causing objects, rocks, and metals to begin to electrify and float. And he focuses on the thing as Domingo struggles to lift it. Domingo, this is awarding you a reroll and wasting his massive rune.
Al-Sahar does what he can to focus on the pillar as well. And he looks to the ghosts that are pressing in. It's alright. No pressure. It's just another day on the job. Isn't that right?
Focus your mind. And then I'll also use detect magic myself as well on the same pillar.
The DC has been now dramatically reduced. I'm gonna say with Magnet Crash expended, telekinesis still being used, and Boris is detecting magic to get you the best points, but the DC is 17. So now it's yours to lose, Domingo.
This is tough because, you know, the easy out is to use the inspiration, but I really wanted him to do it himself. So here we go.
Oh, baby, you love to see it. You lift up, you now nat 20 the second pillar, lifting it up. You tap into the pillars with so much strength that you feel like you're connected to all of them. And with the combined power of all your friends, the Magnet Rise, Boris's Detect Magic, and Al-Sahar's Telekinesis, you think in one fell swoop, for no additional price besides the one that you're about to pay, which is relatively huge, you could lift up all the pillars out of the fucking ground right now. Describe it if you choose to do so.
My left hand is out towards the pillar, and then as it's out, little vine like limbs start to like reach out, like a kind of like there's like a close up of a bacteria. You know, they all just kind of like, or when you like touch your head to something that's static electricity, like that's probably better. It all starts. Parts of my body start to like extend out, and they touch and start wrapping around all that's around me. So it starts to wrap around the ground. It starts to wrap around I'll zoom in. Sharkman starts to wrap around Boris and Al-Sahar, and sometimes it might feel like it's getting tight, but I'm using every ounce of energy I possibly have to
The spirit lady drops her lamp and it breaks. Impossible. And they all rise up. Your force. It hurts. The souls are being dragged into the abyss, but you can hear them now. You're connected to the room, and they're all crying out for help. And you are saving them, though they do not know it as they're being pulled into this vacuum. These tortured souls eventually disappear as the pillars would come crashing down, and as every single pillar strikes back into position, even ones you previously left being lifted, the seal underneath your feet breaks. But you do not fall down the stairs. No, you float in place, infused and divined to the entire facility as though you've attuned to a magic item. You feel powerful enough to achieve a long rest for you and your friends.
Oh,
Extremely well done.
I guess that's what, like, all of the energy from the spirits that we saved, that are saved from this horrible purgatory of half death from these mouthers, with all of the limbs stretched out from my body, wrapped around my friends, it, like, the static shock shoots into everybody, and we all feel the same exact thing at the same time.
My body. Oh, this feels good.
Can't remember the last time I felt this good after winning 5 consecutive tele matches, maybe? What you did is a lot more impressive than that.
Domingo's like shaking on the ground, like cold, you know. You okay?
Are you well?
Yes, I'm fine. Oh.
More than fine. I think you were excellent there. Great job.
Couldn't have done it without you. Great thinking all around, and we saved all of these poor souls.
As you guys all feel your strength return to you, your spell slots restored, your wounds beginning to repair, energy of the spirits now saved and rescued thousands of souls. And this is just one such chamber that holds victims of Malders. You see, they return to the mouth that feeds, but the people they killed are trapped in limbo. You, Domingo, have freed them. And with it, the energy of the life that they once carried poured into all of them. Well done.
Woo.
As you guys get rested, hopefully you're not reverse healing, Boris. I know it's like a unique strategy nowadays. You got darker somehow. The spirit reforms her lamp as she flicks her wrist. The glass pieces come back to a full lamp, and she looks at you all. I've guarded this place for so many years. Protector, Riddler, a trusted associate of those who own these domains. Never in all my time have I seen someone lift all the pillars at once. I've seen them do two. And by the last time, the greatness that took me, I've seen them do four. But never have I seen them.
Of course. We are protectors too.
Actors, and I couldn't have done it without my friends here, along with the arcane wheel.
Tell me, how do you feel, Domingo? Roll me a D4 worth of exhaustion.
Oh,
And now discount 1 from the long rest you just got. And you've got 3.
oh, awesome.
All the energy rush. So at this point in time, when you kind of get over the sugar rush and high of what you just did and the momentum of the power that poured into you, you realize that that was an extreme tax on what is a mortal body still, a godly feat. What do we immediately see once you realize it catches up to you?
When I say that, and I'm kind of like you said, on this whole sugar high, just adrenaline. The greens that are in my bark starts to fade, and they start to turn into ambers and browns and yellows. It's almost like I've changed seasons from a beautiful spring to like the end of fall almost. Oh, I feel great.
Do you feel that? He looks to Boris and Ashahar. I feel connected to you, Domingo. He walks closer to you. And it's strange. Is this what you felt with the pillars? He puts his hand onto you and he feels your pain. I feel you. And as he doesn't let go, you see his veins get blackened.
Can I move away from him?
Yeah,
I don't want him to get hurt.
Yeah, you could certainly try to move away.
He reached out saying that, and I see that the pain's going to him, and I move to his side. I'll say, no.
Wait, if it relieves your pain, then it's up to us to share the burden.
Yes.
It's colleagues.
Give us some of your pain, Domingo. Let us help you who helped us.
No need to be shy now.
He grabs you with both hands. He gets a point of exhaustion. You lose a point of exhaustion. You're down to 2. I've only just met you all, but you're the exact kind of people I'd fucking love to meet. This is gonna be an epic story. And he sits down and catches his breath.
Alsahar moves over and places a hand on Domingo's shoulder. Come now. We've shared much worse. And autumn doesn't really suit you, especially where we're going. You bite green and chipper, buddy. And he winces a bit as the exhaustion and pain flows into him as well.
You get a
do
point of
that.
exhaustion.
You see like the color start to come back. There are like the toll of at least going down to the exhaustion is still visibly there. There are like patches of the amber and yellow colors, but there's a lot more green vibrant there. And he's like, "Oh, I didn't have to do that, but I thank you both."
No, we didn't have to. We wanted to.
I too.
Force, get away from me.
He'll place his hand on Domingo's chest. You are the best of us. You have proven that this day. Then he'll also siphon the energy as well.
Mingo, you feel renewed. All the suffering, the ichor, the rotted away and rusted plants moved into Boris's body. Spirit lamp yet again is surprised. Though not as dramatic as the first time, she says to you, This is why you are here. You asked me once, not but long ago. Why? This is the test to prove your worth, your humanity, your strength, your character. You have all succeeded. The next test is that going down these stairs is an endless loop where you'll be tried, your histories weighed against each other to the point of destruction. But as you take each other's pain as see, there is no need to test your characters any further. You may traverse to the next level. You may go down into the mouth that feeds.
Al-Zahar changes glances with each of them before looking toward the spirit of the lamp. Thank you. We'll be sure to hopefully carry the wisdom gained in your trials and demonstrate the humanity that we're tested before your master. Though not quite who was expecting down here, he looks at the deep speech written upon the pillars. Who would have thought?
You go somewhere you may never yet return. But with each other's strength, perhaps you stand a chance. In a place where your dark vision, devil sight, and other means of natural exploration will fail you without a shadow of a doubt. Go into that abyss, and if you survive, you'll be ever stronger.
Very well.
Mouth that feeds. Before he claps his hands together. It's my time to shine.
Mano'Kai, are you really ready for something like this? The great warrior of Atlantis.
You're not rune warriors, correct?
That is correct.
You face more than one Mouther. It's doubtful he'll survive, even if you could find some way to destroy them. With me, your odds more than double. I can put the pain on them. Anything you'll do, they'll resist. Fireball? Oh, half as effective. Yes, spells? The ability to resist them? Easily advantageous. I give you a chance to live. And if that means I've got to die, you've made me a believer of whatever cause you're pursuing. Domingo. Oh, hell yeah, I'm ready.
We shall leave the final blow to you.
Together. Brothers, we may have only just met, but family are the ties that I wish to bind.
And then they'll do like the warrior handshake where like you grab like the forearm instead of the hand.
Yeah. You realize he's got a big ass hand, so he grabs your entire arm. And the spirit lamp goes. Then without further ado, you may descend. Let's go, friends.
Onward.
And as you all step into that abyss, let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break.
Alrighty.
Let's go.
Good job, everyone.
Nice.
Very cool. Back to back net 20s. Great job. Holy.
That was awesome. And you guys, that was a cool fucking moment of taking the. Gosh, you didn't have to do that. I was ready to rock with 4. I was like, we can do it.
Let's go, baby. 4 exhaustion. Disadvantage on saving throws. Half speed. Disadvantage on ability checks. And, oh, actually, I guess it would be 3, but yeah. 4 is hit point maximum halved.
Yeah.
It's a bad time.
It's a bad time.
I'll be right back.
All right, see you, bro.
got about 3 minutes, but I'm back to bullshit. If anyone's here, I think I'm just alone now.
Yep.
No,
It's here creeping on you.
I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Okay. You're going nowhere.
The most epic Spider-Man villain. Is there really a Spider-Man villain?
God bless Spider-Man 1.
Yeah.
Yo.
It holds up so much when it really shouldn't.
Yeah, it really does.
The channel, I thought it was, I read Crime Toppers. I was like, what the hell is that? Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, topping crime. What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Top off the criminals.
Like what? Like what?
Wait, I'm streaming.
I mean, crime will probably go down significantly.
Lol. In other news, I'm eating Tostitos. Pretty good.
Nice.
Which one?
Man, you may look at the box.
No,
Yeah.
what color was it? Was it the purple box?
Man, you're asking all these questions. Let me go look.
The light blue?
Your guys' Tostitos comes in boxes?
Well, the smaller one's like a box and then a bag inside, but the bigger one's like just the bags, I think.
It's a yellow box, and it's beef wrap.
No, I've never seen Tostitos in a box. Maybe it's just not in Canada.
For real? Yeah.
Don't you know bad gal milk though?
Oh, that's criminal. It's a real crime against magic right there.
You want to know? This is a true story. I stopped seeing someone after actually from this. I was at someone's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I, in the middle of the night, I hear, the dee dee dee, the microwave. So I go into the kitchen. I'm like, what's going on? What you making? And I see my friend. She's sitting at the table, right? With and she's eating like what looks to be cereal. And I'm like, no, hey, no. I'm like, what you eating there? She's like, Frosted Flakes. But it's just like, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
What was
I'm
the
like,
microwave?
were you heating something up? She's like, yeah, the Frosted Flakes.
That is very cursed. Did you get like an exorcism after that?
Yeah, please.
I've never been so disgusted in my life.
You should have been like, who sent you? Someone was trying to kill you, man.
What are you?
She begins floating in the midair. Her head turns around 360 degrees. She cackles and lightning shoots out of her fingertips.
Yes, this is a sponsorship, by the way. That story, I paid good money for it, so I hope you guys enjoy it.
Frosted Flakes?
All of it. Anyways, yeah, we're back here. It literally sounds like we're all here, so I'll take a chance and I'll skip that roll call, probably to my demise. In case, should I take a chance? All right. Anyways, yeah, you guys descend into the mouth that feeds into a. I'm sure you're gonna all be fine. Let me make sure the lighting is working. Nice. And by working, I do mean not working for you guys. Let's go there. So, as you descend these stairs, it feels like ages. It was far longer than 100 feet, which is what it was said to be. In fact, you can almost hear a voice in your mind. But I mean you do. And it just says, Day 7. They traverse the stairs even now, ever lost in darkness, barely conscious, but their feet drag, pulling them, step after step after step. Sometimes they walk back to the top and the lady redirects them down. Other times, they don't move at all. Day 13. Day 15. You guys give me some intelligence saving throws or wisdom. It's your choice to see who can try to break out of this trance. Day 17. They move. Despite the events of the outside world and the mouth that feeds, they remain trapped.
Does this the Fey resistance help with this?
Sure.
You said intelligence or wisdom?
Yeah, your choice. One is outsmarting it, and the other is merely in your mind. Alright, Domingo, you can't be the coolest guy every time. Anyway, Domingo, after your power up earlier, you kind of snapped through. Day 21. You're still just as exhausted. In fact, by all means, 21 days, no food, marching, you should be worse off. But you wake up and you see your allies are walking back up towards the spirit lamp instead of down the stairs. You immediately process the time that has passed. You don't feel hungry, but you think that when you leave this place, it may all hit you at once.
Try to rush up and grab them all. Like, no, we're continuing down. Are you okay?
Mano'Kai is missing.
It's just pitch darkness. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, do we like fully snap out of it? From what Domino's doing?
When he grabbed you, yeah. It takes you a moment, but you eventually come through.
I have been walking for 21 days.
Hmm.
Does it sound like someone's narrating what we're doing? I asked the group. Do you hear that?
Oh, I thought that was my internal monologue.
I have many voices. Where's the shark?
Regretfully, I don't know. I turned around and he was gone.
Did he get lost? Mano'Kai!
Mano'Kai!
Come. You hear Mano'Kai. Or is it the narrator? Both. Mano'Kai was the narrator.
I'll jump in the air.
When you jump, you realize that you woke up partially from you were placed under Domingo, but once you take that jump, you find yourself in a room. There's a fire brewing, and Mano'Kai is next to it. His scales are not as flush as they used to be. He looks at you. Know when you come. It was my job to protect this place. It's been 21 years.
How do you know? How have you kept track of the time?
Maybe it's longer. In truth, it's probably been 23 years. But I've done my best. The mouth that feeds. Its name serves a purpose. Has consumed me.
Wait. And I'll turn around. Where are my friends?
Did they jump?
I don't know.
Your sound that's the hardest suddenly pops into existence halfway down the jump. Oh. No, you okay, big guy? You look haggard.
It explains to you that in the mouth that feeds, every day is a year.
Boris, jump! I'll call out, hoping he can hear.
He'll jump.
You all appear in this room.
Where are we?
Or rather, are you okay? 23 years.
I've survived down here as best I could. And since he actually lived there, he doesn't actually have his exhaustion. But he thinks he's half the man he once knew, not as strong as his young self. Such is evident by the fact that you think a stiff wind would blow him over.
What is this? What is this room?
They call it the tribunal.
are we to be judged?
Court and dismantled. All in Elsbeth's doing.
You mean the court of Vaugrazel?
It's no more. A member slain. She herself engaged in an endless bout against Palm, who may linger in these halls. I have not been able to traverse the floor fully in all my time, for alone keep being repelled. An edge of death always at my neck like a knife ready to cut. But you should know that the outside world, only 21 days have passed. It's been 23 days. Here, for us that linger, our bodies have progressed 21 years. It's been 23 years.
Horace, the person you mentioned, who was that again?
An ancient figure from the mouth that feeds. Some would say even a god. Or rather the occult, perhaps.
Looking over Mano'Kai, is there anything we can do for him?
I don't know, but you see that his cloak is hiding his right arm.
You're Mano'Kai. Are you alright?
He turns to you. What arm? It's gone.
I'm sorry it took us so long.
You're Al-Shahar, right?
Yes.
Your names. I've tried to commit them to memory. He walks over to a wall where he's scraped your names into it. And you can see how he spent his days. Really horrible pictures. They're like stick figures, but of him conquering beasts. You know it's him because it looks like a little guppy with a fin and big monsters, and he's walking around the room where they're being slain. And he turns to you and goes, we can travel through this place. I've kept one thing all this time.
What is it?
Shadow Wick. And he explains it to you. You see, no one can see through the mouth that feeds except for the mouthers and the darkling. But with this, which I found a level above this floor, given to me by some golden god, riding some green-colored moss, once slaves to the palm, but now freedom fighters in their own right. You see civil wars happening here. The residents of the mouth that feeds against Palm and her army. Her greatest tool is the fact that she has already captured an original sin. Anorak lays in her crown. Asset under her control. Among other notable names like Ivres. But the Mouthers here refuse to bow. I've even fought alongside them, repelling her forces.
So we need to find Mouthers that will fight alongside us as well.
Perhaps. But it was a friend that took this arm, not an enemy. You must remember, even if the rabid dog has yet to bite you, its fangs will still one day sink. He sits down. I'm not what I used to be. Take Shadowwick. Only darklings remain. I told you that I would finish the Mouthers. At least I think I said that so many years ago. There are no full-fledged Mouthers on this floor left. Only darklings. Powerful elder darklings. With this wick you can traverse. But I cannot aid you. I have failed you, brothers.
You have not failed us. You have helped and protected as long as you could. I'm sorry that we didn't get here soon enough.
I have one question. If I have lived 21 years in this place, how has Palm not aged and died? How has Elsbeth not aged and died? I have felt every second of every minute of every hour.
Why else? You fought against the dark. They've embraced it.
Thanks, Boris. It's good to see you after all these years. All these years alone. It's good to see a face that I haven't seen in so long. This is the mouth that feeds. This is the horror that she means to unleash. You must stop them.
We will.
He gives you guys 2 shadow wigs. If possible, you must walk in the dark. Their time is limited, and they are rarer than even a king's castle.
Can I tell what this thing is?
Seems to be some type of dark flame. And when you inspect it, you can give me a religion to hope to kind of figure it out.
Okay.
Respectable, but not enough. Stuff in here are so old and so ancient that only the best of us, the scholars and most holy of clergies, could figure this out. But Mano'Kai lends you some aid. He tells you that the fire born of these things light this place. Their comfort visitors. The tribunal used to be a court of law, and they couldn't have you stumbling around blindly. But he tells you not to touch the flame nor take from them. It only lead to your own destruction.
Thank you, Mano'Kai. Because I was going to touch it.
And Mano'Kai, maybe it's funny to us, but for him, you see, he starts crying. He's been down here alone for so long. You're the first non-Mouthers, non-Darklings he's encountered, except for Elsbeth. And he just cries profusely. He tried to hold it back this whole time, but you can see it's getting to him. In fact, you hear him mumble, maybe it's another illusion. You think he's had this conversation many times. And as far as he's concerned, maybe you haven't arrived yet.
Mano'Kai. Sharkman.
Yeah. Boris.
This is real. As are we. We will finish what you have started.
Thank you, friend. And he hands you both for the shadow wicks. You mustn't linger. Every minute an hour, every day a year.
Are you staying here? You don't want to come with us? At
I,
least for a chance to escape.
if you open the way, I will follow. But I cannot trust myself. There's a fever over me. I may be more of a detriment than a friend. And that's when you guys realize that even your color has been sucked from your bodies. In this place, the only things that are illuminated are those that were here when it was built. Everything foreign looks like you. Colorless palette, where you can't even enjoy what you taste.
Rest well, Mano'Kai.
Maybe I should come with you. What if you never come back? What if another 21 years passes?
We'll be back. And we'll all get out of here.
See,
Go back to Atlantis. And the last 6 of the Kraken will be happy to see you.
yeah. Sharkman, that's what they called me. I was That's a master. Good luck.
You still are master of Air Rune. Come.
I'll hand the wicks over to Alsahar. Light the way when needed.
He tucks it into wherever he keeps his stuff. Absolutely. I'll use it sparingly. He leans down and touches the dust here in the mouth that feeds. Mumbling a few words, it all begins to coalesce in front of him, and almost out of the chaos, a figure apparates. A sand steed, as it were, form of a mighty lion. Regal, but in it, I need the vision fixed on this Hansel.
Yeah.
It stands there as if waiting for his command. Al-Sahara holds his hand over it, and you see a single drop of blood go onto the Hansel, and it animates. Mirage, to me. And it begins to let out a soundless roar as Al-Sahara climbs on top of it, because it is a medium size and he's a...
Small, yeah.
Yeah, but, I can't really do that with 2 tokens like that, but, he's now riding it.
You do this to your token.
Give him the palm treatment, yeah!
Yay!
Here we go.
He touches Mirage and, this isn't sand, it's dust. Bone dust. Morbid.
The trail of time.
Hopefully we don't end up being dust as well, but we must persevere for our own sakes, the world's, and not of least Mano'Kai's. And you see more of the dust around him at the same time.
Excellent. As you walk, you feel your body's getting older. It's not immediately apparent. It's only been a few days, but you have been here for a few days. Of course, a place like this, such a horrid place, there's no benefit to traversing those days either.
As we're walking out, I'll say, Boris, what do you suppose you meant by embracing the darkness?
There are things that we actively fight as beings. What this is unnatural. Therefore, things that cling to it become unnatural themselves. Such is the way of things.
Shit. Was ever... Oh, there's there's the sand. There was a path to the right as well.
You would know that the Shansel's blindside is helping you guys gather somewhat a general direction. Staying close to him is probably the best bet.
Oh.
We already lost him.
Yeah.
He's struggling out here.
This said there was some kind of creatures. Are there any sounds in this place?
In this hallway? No, you don't even hear your own footsteps.
Oh.
But eventually you bump into something. The light, whether you want it or not, appears. Of course, you may think you want to see the horrors in here, but you'll learn quickly that you would prefer not to. A head glows. Have you come to be weighed in the tribunal?
We have come in pursuit of a criminal. If she is beyond the tribunal, then yes.
Stone statue turns its head. eyes illuminating the same fire that you first saw in this place. And its mouth crumbles, stone and dust falling out of it. And instead of hitting the floor, it's collected into the sands of time. It creaks its neck, unhinging itself from the floor before flapping and stretching its wings. The tribunal is no more.
But justice must remain all the same, and if it is justice you seek, then we shall be your strength.
And what do you offer to that which guard the way? What do you offer to me?
Looking at this being, have I heard of any myths told of such a creature?
No.
So I don't even know if it's a darkling or not.
You don't know. And now it looks like a statue, but creatures look like many things.
What is it you seek?
Everything, and yet nothing. I stationed here as the official conscript of Her Majesty's court, the once grand original sin Vorgazel.
And he'll reach within his he'll reach like along like his armor and like his knickknacks around him, and he'll pull off what looks like to be like a some kind of metal. It's maybe it used to be gold or some kind of like precious metal, but it seems to have like rusted and decayed over time a bit. And he'll hand it over to the statue.
He opens its mouth as though you're sliding a corn in a machine.
This is what I once lived for. Honor, accomplishment, service.
Ah. But you have proper payment, don't you? Yet you do not know. You wear its mark. Your allegiance fails to show. Rings made by a mouther self. The Ouroboros. A band around your fingers.
No.
If not that, then perhaps a wick, one that lights the way. Another treasure I could eat to show you the way.
Well, we were given 2, each 10 minutes long. We could stumble around in this darkness, or cut in time in half, literally, perhaps. What say you? Oh.
Speak truthfully. Are you the only path to what we seek?
Let me show you but a grain of my power. And he illuminates. You see the light? And more, you say. I'll light for you as I lighted for your friend. Even he needed to see the way. Is that not enough?
If you have served Mano'Kai, then we will assist you as well.
Ah, Mano'Kai paid well in bits of his life. If you will not part with the candle, nor your rings, then give me your lives.
The candle it shall be.
He takes a candle, and you see a long, slick human tongue come out of its mouth, despite its body being stone. It's a series of human tongues stitched together, making some type of knotted rope that slowly wraps around the candle and brings it into his mouth. And as it goes into his belly, you see the statue light illuminates to its maximum strength. But furthermore, he tells you that the way is open. And behind you, exactly that happens. Stairs begin to form if you look to the right of your characters.
That is so cool.
Oh, whoa.
I told you, I'm worth your call. Go to the door. Another obstacle stand before you. Do not linger. My light burns just as fast as a candle, no faster.
Servant of the original sin, or Grizel, you have done us good service today. And I wish you the best in the ages to come. Be your eternal sentinel over the home of your master.
It's no longer animate.
Regardless, Al-Sahar will give it a respectful nod and turn a heel on the Mirage and head over.
Well, to be fair, there doesn't seem to be any obvious difference when it's animated or not, except for when it makes subtle movements. So when you finish that speech, you would see that you get no response. You just kind of put one and two together, like, oh, he seems to not be here anymore. When you get to this door, there are about 24 different languages on it, and luckily you have at least one of these languages. Whether you spot it in Draconic, Gnomish, or Common, those are just some examples along the list. Each of them say, you stand before the tribunal proper. Speak the word of the law, and the door will open.
Do we have any idea what that is?
Oh, I mean, you guys have never been in the mouth that feeds. Most people haven't. And this is a place unique to this level, which the court at least knows from Mother Nature and other people who have traversed the mouth that feeds, and Boris being a residential specialist on it, that the mouth that feeds is said to have over 150 floors. This court is exactly in the center of the entire structure and is the only level with a proper law system in place. Meaning that you guys are on both the most forgiving level and also one of the most dangerous.
Boris, do you know what the wall speaks of? Some law.
Religion.
Gotcha.
Give you advantage since you're a specialist.
Here we go.
Perhaps cliche in your mind, Boris. Maybe that's why it stuck to you. But you know that the only law in the mouth that feeds is that there is no law. And that alone will suffice to open this door.
There is no law. My second guess was open sesame. Onward.
As you're given
Right.
anything in this place, what you've gotten so far is taken away.
Oof.
It's dark again.
Oh boy.
Is that a creature over there?
Something. Oh, shit. There's a room over here. A flaming torch of some sorts.
Is it moving, or is it a statue like thing we met before?
It's stagnant. Is this... What is this room?
So
like?
there are strange markings on tablets that also double as chairs if you want to rest. The floor in the center, instead of a carpet, are rough bricks. And then there's a fire, the same as the one that you came in the initial room, just a bit smaller. As for the words on it, we come into the problem before. Deep speech.
Fortunately, not part of my repertoire. If someone was saying it, I could do something, but as I am now, fortunately not.
Because I did not teach myself comprehend languages.
When you all enter the room, you can hear the narrator again. They've been gone. This time only 6 months. I wonder, have they felt the passing of time? Did I really speak to them? Oh wait, they're here again. Perhaps this is the real one.
Right.
If we cannot speak this speech here, we should not dally too much. Mano'Kai is waiting for us. Necessary onward, friends.
Who does he see, though?
Exactly.
We must hurry.
Also, how much can you actually see down here?
See is not the right word for it. Mirage can sense some things, but it's like antenna or whiskers in the dark.
What is this?
A nest of some sort. Bone, perhaps?
Oh, that's like a... Oh, shit, there's another fire. And what is that fucking thing?
Oh, the thing that was gesturing it before, you know. Thought it might have been a statue, but...
Looks can be deceiving.
Is that a chair?
The chair closes its mouth. Seat.
Sandsoul, well, Al-Sahar's already seated on Sandsoul, or Mirage, but Mirage sits down.
You gonna put Mirage on the chair?
Oh no, Mirage. Oh, that chair. Oh no. Did the chairs speak to
The
us?
chair is the one that it closed its mouth and it just said have a seat. It looks like a chair, but also now it looks like an open mouth since it talked. It just tells you to have a seat.
I'm quite alright. I've never heard of a chair coming out of an egg before. Or was it something else?
This used to be the tribunal. They were once great and strong. Sitting in my chair could tell you exactly what happened here.
What is the toll that you will take on whoever sits on that chair?
There is a chance that longer you sit, you may die. The information I provide is vital for you to survive. It's up to you. I have no desire to provide.
Mano'Kai is waiting for us. What this chair says, I sense no deception. I'll try first. He hops down from Mirage.
Are you sure?
Time is not on our side. Unfortunately, instinct is all I have to work on with now. Very well. I will sit upon you. How do I quite fit on you? Ah, I see. And he moves up toward the chair, and after just a moment of apprehension and looking upon it, turns around and sits himself upon it.
Slowly creaks, and the red barbs close around you. Slowly. You have enough time, more than enough time to stand up. That's how slow they're closing.
He grits his teeth and his expression becomes a bit hardened as he waits a tiny bit longer. Now tell us the history of this place.
As
Where
it
did he
closes,
go?
as it closes around you, the chair takes you somewhere else. You're in an abyss, traversing the mouth that feeds levels, going up and down. You can't really see much because it's just as dark. But the chair tells you a story. The court was once filled with many, 6 that tried to be the law in the mouth that feeds. A harpy, a bird that was a face with wings. A father and a child, merely called 2, and the great impostor, a rune mouther. And of course, there was Vorgrizel herself. 6 that tried to provide law to a lawless land. They could bring you here, and they could speak, but their words are only backed by their strength. A different method than the rest of the mouth that feeds. You see, they gave you a chance. Others attack and kill and take by force. But not them. Not under her wing. And then Sawajin escaped into the world. And that's when it all changed. If an original sin could be freed, then what will stop the other original sins from doing the same? And so Anorak escaped as well. But Vorgrizel, she remained, protecting the laws of this lawless place. But now there are other contenders, and one such name is Palm. She has came here many times, over many years and many days. Armies marching under her command. Mouthers killing mouthers, but much more popular and by higher demand. And they would throw themselves like rocks to a window. But the window would not break, at least not at first. But eventually, even original sins had their limitations. And Vorgrizel was wounded, but she escaped. And she hides on this very floor. Palm searches for her, but the way changes constantly. Door you came in from is not the door you'll leave. The friend you found in Mano'Kai, you may never see. But if you could find Vorgrizel, then you could set it right. But if Palm finds her, another foe one day you'll fight. You return to the room, but the chair does not. And it has extracted its toll from you. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
You fall to 0 hit points.
Oof.
Seeing Al-Sahar's body, I'll run up and I'll trace a little my finger onto my shield, and when I do, it's like I'm scooping up this like divine radiant energy, and then I'll push my hand to Al-Sahar and I'll cast Cure Wounds at level 4.
Good use of your arcane will.
Thank you very much. Al-Sahar, pale and panting, comes to as he looks toward each of you. Well, that was definitely informative and painful. Thanks, Domingo.
How long was he gone?
Probably about 5 minutes, so it's been 5 days.
So, I think I know what Palm is after, and by extension then Elsbeth on this floor. They searched for the original sin. They searched for Gazelle. She hides here, wounded, refuge in her own domain. If we can find her and set this right, then we have a thwarted palm, and we might find a way out yet. But the mouth that feed...
Boris draws his blade as you're speaking.
Yeah, whoa. So you've noticed. Now that I had a taste, I want more.
Are you not a being of order, of chances?
If you're not
Six,
listening to my story, the court has fallen.
The war gazelle still perseveres.
But for how much longer I wonder. Oh dear.
Magneto prepares for an attack and he's gonna shoot this thing. It's moved closer. I'm gonna reach out and I throw a little piece of paper up in the air, and as I do it, it like splits in half, and I'll cast a mind sliver on the thing.
Good. Alright, it's going to. It doesn't have any modifier to the save, but it doesn't help that your DC is reduced by its proficiency, making it only a 12. And it sits there and it shakes it off. If not blood, then what? This is the place, the mouth that feeds. It always consumes. It always needs. Give me something to satisfy my appetite. Oil, blood, and bodies will do. Hey, Mano'Kai said there were no more mouthers on this level? What a fool! You cannot feel my aura, can you?
What do we have?
Perhaps the sands of time. I'm sure you can make more. Give me this to my chair. I will open the door.
Enough. And Boris pulls out the blade, the full extended out of like where it's clipped like into his back. He'll pull it out. Then his muscles will kind of flex for a moment. Just say the word, mate. In fact, I got a question for you, mate. He points at the this like carapace thing. You seem pretty bright. Tell me, you think a sword kills people? Or do people kill people? Would you like to find out?
Give me intimidation. You did disadvantage. Right. You're point exhaustion.
Can I give him an inspo?
Okay.
Hey. Straight roll, right?
Yep.
Alrighty, intimidation.
Then perhaps what you've given me was my own.
Oh. Smart one right there.
Who's talking? Is it you or the sword?
Yes.
Oh, either way, I'm thankful. Mirage, his hackles raised, slowly stalks over and leans his head down, tells it hard to climb on.
Well, boys, where to next?
I think down this path here, right?
Indeed. Although the path that we came from, not necessarily is the path that we came back from. He could let us through this door, but that doesn't mean we're getting closer to Fort Gazelle. In fact, if we head back where we came from, perhaps it leads to somewhere different too. Well, this door is just as good as bad as any. If his tale is to be believed.
You saw the vision. I'm happy to follow wherever you go.
Thanks. Onwards then. And looking toward the door, is there any inscriptions laid up on it like the door prior?
Saw them in there. They're at the door. Only they knew to light the candle. If only they knew. This will be my last entry. I found her. I found Palm. That's probably won't hear from Mano'Kai again. But you do hear the door shaking behind you. However, it changes. And you know that the floors are constantly changing to protect Vorgazel. But Paul may get you yet. You're not her objective, but if you're in her way, why not Dusty? You know she's 10 times as strong as Elsbeth, and you three weren't sure you could beat her.
Al-Sahar has a very frustrated, pained, and powerless expression on his face. Some strength indeed. Rest well, Mano'Kai. Domingo, the candle.
I think you have it.
Oh, I fed my candle. We had two.
I think Boris has it then, but I'll happily light it with my tinderbox. I gotta be.
Should you really be having that?
I gotta be right back. BRB.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Lights up. Who's holding it? I'll put the aura around them.
I'll take it from Domingo.
Let's give you some light, and there will be light. All right. See how much light this bad boy provides. I got it ready. True sight in a 60-foot radius, 30 feet of light. Fortunately, darkness is a physical obstruction. It's more of a tease than real true sight. Well, let's go ahead and give you that light.
Yay!
You guys are getting 30 of it is true, and the other 30 is also true, but it's dim. And it's harder to see things. But now you finally have your light burning. And you see the door, and the words as clear as day. Speak open, and open will be the way.
The hell does that mean?
Open.
And open shall be the way.
Oh, I see. Open.
And the door opens, creaks ever slow. Another abyss is before you. But at least you have your light.
Al-Sahar will move forward with Mirage and peer over the chasm, or perhaps down into it. What does he see?
You see that back there? A true strategist.
This isn't quite a gap I
Can clear unaided. There are spells that may find purchase, but with a mouth that feeds, an alternative solution, likely one which requires payment, is required to cross. What is that far there?
And as you say, what is the payment? You can hear a statue on the other side. We'll accept your payment. If you could survive what lays between you and us. Two birds stalk left and right, only revealed to you spoiling their surprise. Most people that come through here can't see more than 5 feet in front of them. So lets them be perfect ambushers. But they see Ando, though they don't see its light. But in any case, it's time to fight. But for tonight, that is what we'll call it. Good night.
Now we're fucking
Nice.
talking.
Great job, everyone. We
Woo.
got very far. Unfortunately, Mano'Kai, poor Sharkman, got dusted. But
We don't
will-
know that. Okay.
Nope, true. Keep the light. Keep that candle burning. That light of hope.
Alright. You just have to contend with Tribunal Guardians. I'm sure it'll be easy fight.
What the fuck?
I don't think these are the harpies spoken of by the chair.
But I hope you guys enjoyed Crimes Against Magic episode 3. We're trying to get episode 2 uploaded. There's a small hiccup, but hopefully it'll be available on the YouTube soon. If not, I will make a clip of it, the entire thing, getting to start on Twitch, and we'll host it there. In any case, thank you players for participating, and thank you viewers for watching. That does conclude today's episode. Everybody say bye to the stream.
See ya.
See you, stream.
Fare thee well. Don't sit in strange chairs.
True.